Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. I just got back from a work event, and I have never been more satisfied in my entire life. I had the time of my life networking, becoming a better employee, because that's my future. Anyway, welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. In this video, we're going to go through the top 5 stocks that I think are in a bubble. Now, there's plenty of other stocks out there. Every crypto is a bubble, but these are 5 that when I look at them, I just don't understand what is going on with these companies to where the market is giving them a huge premium over basically everything else. It honestly doesn't make sense. And it is my fervent belief that we are in a U.S. stock market bubble. 110%. Something is not right in the U.S. market. I'm getting a little scared for you because you're getting sucked in with grifters. And when you get sucked in by grifters, they grift you. So let's dive right into it. Before we do that, check out the pinned comment if you want a free tax consultation. I'm a certified public accountant, and I can do your business or personal taxes anywhere in the United States. Free consultation, upfront quotes. So let's go ahead and dive into the top 5 stocks that I think are bubbles. And if you disagree with me, if you think I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. I want to know, okay? I'm the best investor in human history because I buy VT, so you should listen to me, okay? So let's make sure we're sharing. First and foremost, Apple stock, okay? Apple is the king of all publicly traded companies in the world. I believe it's the largest company by market capitalization. Apple is selling for a market capitalization of $3.73 trillion. This is almost a $4 trillion company. Holy freaking crap. Now, over the last year, the stock, this massive mega corporation, has gone up 26%. And basically because of, I don't know, AI, my hot guy. So let's dive into why I think Apple is a bubble. Okay. First of all, you can look at the PE. Okay. Obviously, the PE is not everything, but a company that is growing quickly will have a high PE. Duh. Okay. Because PE is a representation of trailing earnings. Forward PE, 33. Okay, that seems pretty pricey for a company like Apple. Let's see how much they're actually growing here, okay? And I want you to really critically think about it and not just say, it's the best. Just think about it. So first, let's look at revenue. What do you notice about Apple's revenue? Look at this chart. Their revenue is flat or even slightly declining, okay? They had a huge increase in revenue because of the pandemic. Basically, the pandemic happened. We flooded people with cash, and all that money got sucked up into big tech. Big tech went freaking bananas after the pandemic. And Apple was one of the beneficiaries because everybody has to have a freaking iPhone, apparently. But if you look at the revenue growth over the last couple of years, it's pretty stagnant. Flat revenue growth. Now, you could still increase earnings per share by buying back shares, et cetera, et cetera. But that's a little concerning that a company has a 40 PE trailing and a 33 forward PE with flat revenue growth. Doesn't matter how profitable it is. That doesn't make sense to me, okay? If they're growing revenue at 20%, okay, maybe that makes more sense. And the even more concerning thing is, where is it at? Free cash flow per share, okay? So free cash flow, dividends, share buybacks, paying off debt to increase earnings per share, blah, 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 blah. What do you notice about free cash flow per share? This is the cash flow that is free to be returned to you as an investor. What do you notice about the free cash flow here? It's flat, okay? Do you see any major growth in cash flow? So cash flows are basically stagnant. I mean, it's probably trending up a little bit. Revenue is basically flat. But, oh, they grew the dividend. Wow. Okay? I don't understand. Maybe the market sees something about AI, my hot guy, making Apple super, super profitable. But to me, it seems, at least so far, earnings, free cash flow, and revenue have basically flatlined. Let's look at earnings per share. Earnings per share is basically flat. I mean, this is not a growth stock. This is a hyper mature company trading at a crazy multiple. What's going on here? I don't understand. Can somebody explain this to me? If you go look at the metrics, let's see how expensive it is. It's as expensive as it's ever been. This company has peaked out in revenue, at least so far, free cash flow and earnings per share. And the PE is, maybe this chart only shows 5 years, but it's as high as it's ever been. The PE is higher than the cloud market when they actually were growing. Basically all that money got sucked up into big tech and all these companies exploded. Now it's basically flatlined and their PE is as high as it's ever been in the past 5 years. Forward PE, high as it's ever been in the past 5 years. Price to sales, enormous. Price to book, skyrocketed. Price to operating cash flow, as high as it's ever been. I don't understand. Somebody explain this to me, okay? But, like I said, the market, obviously, they're looking into the future, and they're saying, the collective wisdom of the market is saying, oh, there's going to be explosive revenue and earnings growth for Apple. Or maybe it's part of the U.S. stock bubble. I personally think, I don't know how long it's going to go. I personally think there was a bubble in the U.S. stock market. Some kind of, maybe it's not over everything. I'm not saying all stocks are in a bubble, but there's some crazy stuff going on now. Okay. It reminds me of the clown market. And this should be a little concerning to you at least if you're a short-term investor or if you're all in stocks or ETFs like QQQ. Maybe you could globally diversify. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. Okay. Doesn't make almost a $4 trillion company. Next, my favorite company in the world. Tesla Maesla. We still sharing? Okay, we are. So here's Tesla. So once again, the very slow people are in charge. Okay. Tesla, if you didn't know, is actually at all-time highs. It has never been this valuable. Now, the share price isn't what it was, but because of dilution, which I guess doesn't matter, Tesla's share price is actually lower than it was. Where's the freaking market cap? Okay, look at this. Tesla, look at the market cap. $1.2 trillion. Tesla's market capitalization is $1.2 trillion. This is the highest it's ever been. This is somehow included in the Magnificent Seven. Now, if we go back and look at price to earnings, trailing PE is 106. Forward PE is 125. Now, you would think a company that's going to have explosive growth could trade at multiples like this. And it's possible, right? If you're growing like freaking crazy, your trailing earnings, whatever, and your future earnings, if they're going to explode, great. Are Tesla's earnings exploding? Can somebody explain that to me? What is going on with Tesla? We have Optimus Slime, which isn't even a real thing. During the exhibit of the robo-taxi, they had Optimus Slime basically being controlled by people. Okay, they had little clowns in their back closets speaking for Optimus Slime. But people are already extrapolating that Optimus Slime is going to be in our houses. The robo-taxi, they drove it down like 2 streets in a controlled environment. Oh, the robo-taxi's here. And I just heard news that they launched or they're going to launch, supposedly, a cheaper model. I don't think that's going to expand Tesla's margins. As a matter of fact, the smaller and cheaper the model, the less margin there is. Okay? So Tesla's basically becoming a mature company, a mature automaker is what they're doing. They're becoming Ford, but with electricity. But for some reason, the stock is up 1,641% in the last 5 years. So that's why you're buying it. and it's up 60%. Now you're going to say, oh, well, Elon's all there with Trump and blah, 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 blah. He's in with Trump. The Republicans want to get rid of EV tax credits. And they want to start a trade war with China. Tesla has a factory in China. They have a huge market in China. Make this make sense. But that's not all. Okay, besides the outrageous earnings multiples, let's go look at the growth. Okay, this must be a growth stock, bro. Revenue has flatlined. Are you kidding me? They have to keep cutting the prices of their cars, hurting margins, just to churn the cars to keep up the sales volume, and their revenue is still basically flatlined. Wow. Let's go look at earnings per share. Where's EPS? We'll do diluted EPS. Much lower than it was before. Now it's trending up over the last couple of quarters, but the earnings aren't even what they were just a couple years ago. Okay, you had that one adjustment. That's an accounting adjustment. You see that one crazy quarter, right? But earnings per share are not that impressive. What's going on? Okay, let's look at free cash flow per share. Where is it at? Wow. Look at that explosive growth in free cash flow per share. What's going? I don't understand. Okay, I must be slow because the stock went up. That's how your little minds work. It's funny. Okay, so PE, I guess it's not what it was before. Forward PE is trending up to where it was historically, and back then Tesla was massively expanding earnings. Like they were in that huge like growth trajectory phase in 2019 and 2020. So it was a little bit more justified back then. Now, what's the justification to have a forward PE of 125? This is extrapolating insane growth. Price to sales, massive sky. This is an automaker with a little energy business on the side with crappy margins. Everything is freaking skyrocketing. Price to operating cash flow is basically almost where it was during the clown market. Make it make sense. I don't understand. I'm stupid. This is why I'm not a stock picker, because the stupidity that happens can go on for years. Tesla is a perfect example. Perfect example of clownery. Okay? And clowns are popping champagne. They were right about Tesla. Elon is fluffing Trump. That doesn't mean Tesla's earnings and profits are going to massively expand into the future, especially with a trade war with China. But FSD, make it make sense. Okay. Tesla is one of the most, this has been a bubble for years, and bubbles can last for years. Okay. But you're not a genius because you bought the dip and it went up. You're just speculating. Okay. In 2 years from now, this thing could be down 80%, and you would just sell it and never talk about it again and then buy some other clown stock. It's what you would do, okay? But it's always about, do you reach your final goal? Doesn't matter what happens in the interim. Let's say my portfolio went up to $20 billion tomorrow. Oh, I'm a genius. And then it collapses the next day to $10,000. Well, I was a 20 billionaire for a couple days or day, but at the end of my investing journey, I didn't have any money. It's all about reaching the end. Okay. The vertical lines and the down markets and the up markets, that doesn't matter. Okay. That's short term. What's the next bubble that's going on here? Palantir, 100% freaking bubble. Okay. Let's see. So basically this stock, I guess it's down today, whatever. But this is another company that is an AI winner. Okay. And because it's AI, we're just going to bid up the price to insane multiples. And it's funny because the earnings have not caught up to the stock price, which stock prices can go crazy for a long time. Palantir is 110% a bubble. I will stand by this forever. Okay. But now the clowns are celebrating because the stock went up. It's a bubble. You're not a good investor because you bought a bubble stock. Everybody that bought ARK was a genius until they weren't. It's all about where you get at the end. Okay. But now everybody, because this is how retail thinks, it's up 307% in the last year. 307%. And what are you people doing? You're piling in because you don't have the patience to win in the long run. I'm winning. You can say whatever you want about me. I'm winning. I think a lot of you are going to get destroyed in the next couple of years, but we'll see. So let's go look at the financials. So, I mean, Palantir has improved their earnings and profits 100%. They have good revenue growth. Basically, what happened during the clown market is they were posting great revenue growth, and then their revenue growth collapsed. And then they were able to recover eventually and kind of boost it up again. So now their revenue growth rates are getting back to where they were during the clown market. But the issue isn't revenue, my revenue. Okay. The issue is earnings. How much does this company generate? And if you look at the, let's see, earnings per share, I mean, you're basically, wow, 6 cents per share. Think about that. The last quarter, this company generated 6 cents of earnings, and the stock is at 77 or whatever it is. I don't understand. Okay. Free cash flow per share. It's growing. Great. You get 17 cents of free cash flow per share. And I suspect in the future, a lot of Palantir's free cash flow is going to be spent buying back stock to mitigate dilution. Go look at Airbnb. Airbnb is a perfect example of how expensive stock dilution can be. It blew my mind. Basically, all the free cash flow is consumed by share buybacks. But whatever, okay? And if you go look at the ratios, right? Let's see. Explosion in PE. Highest forward PE it's been since the clown market. Price to sales of 64. You're paying $64 for $1 of trailing sales. Think about that. Just sit there and think about that. But it went up. Price to books at 38. Price to operating cash flow. Well, it wasn't where it was during the clown market. I was 100% right about this stock during the clown market. 100%. The amount that people were paying for a company that was losing money was outrageous, and they got punished for it. And then AI, my hot guy, came and bailed all the grifters out, at least in the short term. But now we're paying $165 for $1 of trailing operating cash flow. I don't know. I don't get it. Okay. But, they're doing their victory laps, but I always win in the end. Next, Costco. I never understood Costco. Okay. I don't get it. Okay. Look at this stock. I mean, I'm happy for you. I don't hate Costco. I hate Tesla. I hate Palantir. I hate Robinhood. I hate Bitcoin. There's some stocks that I hate for various reasons. I don't hate Costco, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Okay? Look at the PE ratio of this retailer. 60. Look at the forward PE, 55. This is a company's massively growing revenue and earnings, right? It must be. That's the only way it would make sense. Analysts say it's a buy, of course. Of course they do. Okay, revenue's growing. 6, 5, 9%, 2%, 6% year over year. They're growing revenue. Does that seem like explosive revenue growth to justify a forward PE of 55? I don't know. Okay, what are they about to expand onto Mars? Did I not hear about that? Okay, let's look at earnings per share. Okay, So their earnings per share is growing decently. So that's a good thing. Okay. But is that still justified by the price that you're paying? So, like, moderate revenue growth and at least recently decent growth in EPS. I don't know. Free cash flow per share. Not doing too hot, basically flat. I don't get it. Okay, this is a very low margin business. Look at this. They basically slightly increased their margins to 2.95 profit margin for the most recent quarter. But it went up, and I'm smart, and I bought it, and then it went up more, and I'm a genius. Really? What if it pops? What if it pops next year? Are you a genius still? Oh, you'll just sell it and talk about something else. Okay. Let's look at the ratios. Let's see. As expensive as it's ever been in the last 5 years. PE of 95. Forward PE through the roof, 55. Price to sales, high as it's ever been in the last 5 years. Price to books, high as it's ever been. Price to operating, you're paying $38 for $1 of trailing operating cash flow when we just saw the free cash flow is flatlined. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay. And then last but not least, this one is near and dear to my heart. I love this company more than I love life itself. If Walmart wanted me to sacrifice myself to preserve it, I would do that. Okay, that's how much I love Walmart. It's a fantastic company. Provides insane value, and their home delivery is top notch. Okay, fantastic company. But let's look at it a little bit, okay? You don't understand, bro. It went up, bro. Large cap tech, bro. I'm a genius, bro. US stocks, bro. Forever. Vertical lines forever to the future. Yeah, okay. Okay. I got 30 years, boys. We'll see who wins in the end. This actually loads. It's so valuable, it doesn't even load. Okay, we got another retailer with a price earnings ratio of 38 and a forward PE of 35. Okay, is it growing massively? What's going on here? Let's look at the stock price. Up 135%. Like, I should have bought Walmart. It's the one company I actually do like. Really like. It's my baby. I would marry Walmart if I could. I wouldn't even sign a prenup. Well, I'd probably win on that one, but okay. Revenue growing just over inflation. 5%, 6%, 4%, 5%. Okay, I mean, they're growing revenue faster than inflation. That's good. It's a great business. I'm proud of them. I'm happy for them. Hope it goes on forever. Let's look at earnings per share. Flat. Flat, like your mom. Wow, massive profit growth. Free cash flow per share. Flat. What? I mean, if the revenue was exploding and the free cash flow was exploding, okay, I get it. Higher PE, higher forward PE, get it. Okay. Let's look at the ratios. PE, what's going on with this chart? Something's wrong with this chart. But PE is almost as high as it's ever been, except for the clown market. Forward PE is even higher than it was during the clown market. Price to sales, high as it's ever been for a retailer. This thing has almost no profits. Walmart has very thin margins. And you're paying $1.14 for $1 of sales. Price to books, vertical line. Price to free cash flow, basically, I don't know what's going on with this chart. And then price to operating cash flow, even higher than it was during the clown market. Something is not right in the U.S. stock market. I have a bad feeling. Okay? A very bad feeling. What do you guys think? U.S. stocks, bro. U.S. stocks, bro. Large cap tech, bro. I'm a genius, bro, by my course, bro. U.S. stocks, bro. Check out my tax services. I do free consultations and upfront quotes for business and personal taxes anywhere in the United States. Dump your CPA and go with me. I'm probably cheaper because I have no expenses. Strongman 2028, no thank you. Here's your big thumbs up. Everybody liked the video. Bubble Buster coin to the moon. Oh, yeah, all in, bro. He's wearing a shirt, so you know that he's serious. I kind of like this. I'm going to start wearing this on when I meet cheeks. It shows my muscles pretty well. Makes me look hot. You know what I'm saying? That thumbnail, that's a good thumbnail. I like that. Where's MicroStrategy? I mean, that doesn't even have to be mentioned. I've already talked about MicroStrategy. That doesn't even have to be talked about. That if you think MicroStrategy is not a bubble, you need to never buy stock again. You need to never, ever, ever buy an individual stock again. If you think MicroStrategy is potentially a good investment, you're done. You're cooked. Never again. You're fired. Have you cuddled this guy in your thumbnail before? No, but I wish I had. Let's see. From all your calls, Tattoo Chef was the only one that you nailed. Always Mr. Right. Yeah, guys, Tattooed Chef was the only one that I ever got right. Apple Intelligence. Oh, but AI, Apple, A. Intelligence, I. AI. Am I crazy? Strongman, you advise to have your emergency fund in MicroStrategy. Oh, 100%. If you need cash in the short term, put it in MicroStrategy. There's no better place to park your money. It'll 100% be there. The whole world could collapse. We could have nuclear war. And MicroStrategy would still be vertical lining. What's your take on VTI? It's the second best ETF in the world. There's only one ETF that is superior to VTI. If you are a U.S. stock-only investor, I'm being serious here. You would want to do VTI. If you're like every other clown out there, you should be in QQQ because the logic train always leads to QQQ or Mag 7, basically. Flabby man, your age is showing. Yeah, I'm so flabby, bro. Remember, if you want to underperform, just buy. Yeah, it's guaranteed. It's like this: the sun rises, the sun falls. We're born, we age, we die. The sky is blue and the night is dark, and VT always underperforms. It's like a law of nature. E equals MC squared. VT always underperforms. That's how it works. There's impossible that VT will ever, forever into the future, ever outperform VTI. Literally impossible. That's how it works. Large cap tech. So easy, bro. Let's see. He's throwing a major tantrum tonight. I've been accumulating BB for months, and today I'm up 20%. I buy value. I love you, Gil. Let's see. Strawman, you're not taking the qualitative side of Apple. And when analyzed, remember, Apple is transitioning to healthcare. They will allow you to do hearing tests with AirPods. Is that Joseph Carlson? Joseph Carlson is a very special individual, okay? And, of course, he's popular on YouTube. Shocker. Shocker. He's a genius. Everybody's a genius. Big tech. Copy super investors. Millions of dollars. Oh, and ball trim. What's your take on me, Kevin? He's a scammer. Let's see. Look at Microsoft's 30-year chart. It was not for cloud and AI. Things would not foresee. Microsoft was only done about a market return. Well, big tech just went bananas during the lockdowns. It really was a coup where the super rich almost like sucked up all the wealth of everybody else. Hey, whatever. Most of my wealth's in stock. I think I'll be fine. Oh, yeah, Optimus is going to beat me up. I'll freaking push it with my finger. It'll fall over. The new iPhone is going to have a butt plug adapter. Oh, okay. I get it now. I get Apple's valuation now. Chipotle is an AI company because it has an assembly line and an automated chip maker. Oh, we're not in a bubble, guys. We're not in a bubble. Strongman, look at Lumen. I'll check it out in a little bit. Let's see. The clownery. Oh, it's getting crazy, man. And I'm not saying stocks are going to collapse tomorrow. Go look at the dot-com bubble. It almost does kind of look like our market. I'm not saying it's the same thing. But you had like a little bear, and then it rallied, kind of like our market. And then you had a vertical line. The market went up in a vertical line. And then it exploded. But it was crazy. We could be just entering the vertical line stage. I would love to see VTI and QQQ go up in a vertical line. like 30, 40, 50%. That would be awesome. It's not a bubble, bro. It's the future, bro. AI. That ain't happening. Elon can't do it. He's not in Congress. Stocky, all the boomers keep saying it's a bubble. Maybe one. Well, the boomers have been around. They've experienced the dot-com bubble. They've experienced the great financial crisis with mortgages. And then, of course, people my age, and that this includes me, have only experienced 45-degree angles. I think a lot of you are going to crap your pants. You're going to crap your pants if we ever go into a real bear market. You already got annihilated in the last bear market, and that was a bussy bear market. Shaw, man, is Google in a bubble? I mean, I don't. When I think bubble, I don't think Google. Let's see. Make it make sense that you lost your audience like 500% gains, that investing in VT would have no chance to make a. Yeah, you're right, man. I'm going to underperform all the grifters. Super chat for $2. Thank you. Just sold Fart Coin for VT. Oh, yeah. Well, what's Fart Coin's market cap? There's no clownery going on in the stock market. What are you talking about? You're just a boomer. Let's see Fart Coin's market cap. I could get so rich doing poopy shirt Fart Coin. I should do it. $362 million market cap. You know the guy that ended the life of the United Healthcare CEO? They made a crypto with his name. Like, what? What a world. If Kamara goes live, I'm out. I get it. He's entertaining, even though he's a pinhead. Let's see. Tig old Biddies, $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Let's see. Elon Musk made a rocket that can land on a ship. He can basically do anything. Then why is Tesla's market share, revenue, and earnings flat? Oh, but he landed a rocket on on a ship. So Tesla should be trading as high as it's ever been, even though the growth and everything has deteriorated massively. It was more justified during the clown market than it is right now. This is worse than the clown market, at least when it comes to Tesla. The argument is Costco is higher. There's always an argument. They look at the past performance, and there's an argument. Oh, U.S. stocks are the best. Oh, large cap tech's the best because of high margins and this and that. And there's always a justification to buy what went up a lot. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. The value is crazy. I did not buy Nikola. That was a troll. You think I bought Nikola? Of any stock, I would not. The last one I would buy would be Nikola. I did not buy Nikola. You just have to trust me on that one. It's called trolling people. How is your garbage Baba stock perform? Nobody loves underperformance more than strongman. Well, China just launched a stimulus. See, here's the thing. Americans think they're such good investors. The only reason our stock market has done well, reserve currency, and our government does massive intervention in the economy. China kind of sits back and they kind of, they have intervention, obviously, in their economy. But when America intervenes, we go crazy. Okay? We just inflate our stock market. That's what America does. And people think they're geniuses. It's the government's running massive deficits in a great in a great economy. Why is our government running 6-7% of GDP deficits during a great economy? Why are we so terrified of the dollar losing status? Why are our bond yields going up? What's going on? Why is our debt exploding? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. You spend like crazy when you're a government, when there's bad economic times, like the pandemic, like the Great Recession. Why are we spending like crazy now? Somebody explain this to me. U.S. stocks, bro. We're subsidizing the private sector by keeping tax rates low and putting all the debt on the government's balance sheet. That's what we're doing. Okay. Magic soil. Magic soil. Bull crap. I don't think anyone would care about VT wins when you're 65. Most of your competitors will probably not even be around. They'll probably croak from stress of vertical lines dropping. What does this guy think would happen to VT if all the biggest companies in the world collapse? Well, I'm not hyper concentrated in these big companies. I have a globally diversified market cap weighted portfolio, and I have a 30-year time horizon. I don't care. I want a flat decade. I want stocks to go down 50% for the next 10 years, 20 years, and then massively recover in the last 10 years. I would be insanely rich. And the only other alternative I would want would be 20% forever. That would be nice too. But I don't think that's going to happen. But I am probably one of the least exposed investors to U.S. stocks. I think I am, besides other bogleheads. Jeremy Schill. Oh, another big tech company. Wow, what a genius. What do you think of NVIDIA? That I don't like that kind of stock. Let's see. I sent you an email about buying your company's finances. Did you? Let me double check. I'll check after the stream. Or email me again. Strawman, I have a large lump sum I want to put into the market, but it seems bubbly. Would you just put it all in now or monthly? That's honestly your choice. I mean, me personally, I know I would not panic sell, and I'm not selling for 30 years, so I'd probably just chuck it in. It depends how much money it is, to be honest. There's a lot of factors that go into it. But if you don't want to touch the money for 30 years and you're not a bussy, maybe it's fine to throw it in. But if you're the type of person that stocks drop 30% and you panic sell, maybe you should do an alternative. So I'm not going to tell you the answer. It really depends on your temperament and your goals for the money. If you need the money in the short term, if you need the money in the next year or two, you should not be in stocks. No. There are poop stains on your bed sheets. There's no poop stains on my bed sheets, silly goose. Trust me, I think I'd smell it. Would you love stocks to fall down in a vertical line? Well, if it depends how far they fall. If the world ends, it'll vertical line down 99%, 100%. That wouldn't be good. You're laughing. Pepe Milf Hunter 69 lost his 200K life savings on his booty butt 420 VAR coin. And you're laughing. Yes, I am laughing. I am laughing right now. All right, a couple more comments. Let's see. Once again, like the video, subscribe, and check out my tax services. Free consultation. You get to talk to me for free. Book a consultation. First slide of the PowerPoint. And I give you an upfront quote for your taxes that does not change unless you hide stuff from me. Oh, I forgot that I have 12 businesses. Why are you raising my prices? Strongman is basically but what? How am I like Peter Schiff? Tell me, give me a logical argument about how I am similar to Peter Schiff. Seriously, somebody tell me. I'm really curious. If these stocks are overvalued, doesn't that speak to an inefficient markets? If markets were efficient, would you get bubbles? Thinks that make you go, Well, how I perceive efficient markets is obviously things aren't always perfect at all times. Obviously. Look at Fartcoin. Look at Bitcoin. Look at AMC, GME. Of course there's going to be clownery. But the market always figures it out. It just takes time. And if you're dollar cost averaging over time, you're going to get a good price. And you could think that you could think you have an edge on the market, but you really don't. In the long run, you might get lucky a couple times, vertical line, I'm a genius. And then the market will take back all your gains at some point in the future. So no, I don't think stocks are like perfectly priced, like everything's perfectly logical at all times. Obviously that's not true. Okay. But I would say most stocks are at least fairly priced for all known information because they reflect all known information. Okay. But sometimes the market gets euphoric. Okay. Who cares? That's why you DCA. You'll be fine. Am I still dumb for accumulating? I don't know. We talk about what is BB BlackBerry? Let's see. This guy says that past performance isn't indicative of future performance, but keeps using examples of the past as why he's smart and we are wrong. Like in what? Be more specific. What do you mean? Palantir and Tesla will keep going up. I mean, yeah. That's entirely possible. It's scary how many people and my fellow Americans everywhere are getting baited into all the scams. Just like, it's back. I'm telling you, clown market is back. It's back, baby. Back streets back. All right. Back streets back. All right. AMD looks like good. Would you take the risk at these levels, or do you think? No, I don't have enough spare income to screw around. Let's see. Gil is smart. He bought a stock that went up, bro. It really is comical. Like, during the clown market, everybody laughed at me. And I just said buy VT. And then the clown market ended, and people got annihilated. Look at Jeremy. 0-0, bankrupt, 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 bankrupt. And then now we're back in the same scenario. And suddenly all these guys are geniuses. Like, come on, people. Use your brains. Okay, went up. I bought Fartcoin and it went up. Really? Really? Okay. David Sachs. That's a good name. And Hit Bitcoin Goons want Americans to trade USD for clown. Yes, I want to put my money in Poopy Shark Fartcoin. All right, guys. Well, that's the top 5 stocks that I think are in some of the top. I mean, there's probably more I didn't even think about. But it's getting crazy out there. My advice, as always, is if you have a super long time horizon, I'm talking about decades, the bubble doesn't matter. I'm serious. I don't care. I think it's funny, and I think a lot of you are going to get clapped eventually. But if you're a super long-term investor, it doesn't matter if we're in a bubble. Even if the market collapses and you're buying, even the Japanese stock market. Remember when the Japanese? Well, I don't think I was alive back then. But you can look at the history. Market collapsed. But if you dollar cost average, even into a down market or a choppy market, you can make money. Especially in the long run, because you're acquiring more and more of the world. Don't think of it as numbers. Think of it as how many shares of the world can I own? And then whatever you have at retirement is what you got. That's how you should think about it. Get as much of the world as you can, hold it forever, and live off the dividends and share price appreciation and whatever in retirement. It's as simple as that. Preferably in tax and managed accounts. All right, check out my tax services, free consultation. Click the link, book a free consult, get your taxes done, business or personal, anywhere in the United States, and have a wonderful night. Cheers.